Okay. So basically today we're still talking about academic writing, but today we are talking about something very, very specific and important at the same time, which is we'll be talking about punctuation. But first, before we go into punctuation, let me tell you a little bit about myself in case we have people who do not know me. So my name is Hamid Sherif. CELTA tutor, Cambridge English Assessment, professional development member in Future University in Egypt, CELTA certified, Delta certified, and I have been teaching for some time now. And I have taught a lot of different courses. Okay, so skipping the intro and going into punctuation. Okay, and the first question, I know some of you might know the answer to this question, but give your friends time to answer. What are the 14 punctuation marks in English grammar? Okay, so again, the question is basically just try to list as many punctuation marks as possible. Okay, and you will do this in groups. So I will send you to breakout rooms now, so you can work with a friend. Try to list as many punctuation marks as possible. Okay, just unmute yourself and try to speak together. Is that okay? Just let me know in the chat. Is that okay? Okay, and yes, just try to help your friends, but do not help them very much. Just give them time to speak. Okay, let's go. Okay, everyone's going. Okay, why are the people coming back? Stay in your rooms. Okay, now everybody is in a room. I hope so. Yeah, Marwa. Okay, just go check on the rooms. Okay, MK, I'm not assigning him. Okay. Summers. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay, nobody's speaking. Guys, just unmute yourselves and start speaking. Can anyone hear me in this silent room?
It seems that they are embarrassed.
Okay, so we have Girgis. Okay, so Girgis talks. We have Iman, Dina, and Muhammad.
Yes, I just want someone to start.
Really? So everybody's waiting for someone to start?
Yeah.
Actually, I just like to start. So I'm
Ladies
waiting
first.
for one.
Okay,
Okay,
so yes, you
I
can
can
start together. Just chat.
No problem, no problem. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Minna, are you talking alone?
Hi, yes. No one is here.
Okay, no, you have Amira and you have Hasna. So
But I think Amina Hasna has something I can't hear her at all, and Amina she didn't appear.
Amira, can you hear us? Amira, hello. Hello from the other side.
I think they have a problem with their
Maybe we can
devices.
ask
I
them
think
to
so.
unmute. Yes, thank you, Amira. Just unmute so you can talk to Minna and Hasna.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hamid.
You're welcome. Okay, so how can I ask you to unmute? This is weird. Okay.
No.
So, okay, Minna, I think you can talk to them in the chat.
I wrote them in the chat box, I think.
Okay, so you can write in the chat box.
We can talk in the chat box, sure.
Great.
Yeah, we will. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We use, we write like explanation, more explanation between two dashes.
Okay, so someone in this room was asking for help. How can I help, ladies? Hello? Just unmute yourselves. Everybody, just unmute yourselves. So I can.
Hi, I'm just enter the room and I didn't know what are they doing.
Yes, I agree because the ladies are silent. Ladies, can you unmute yourselves? Wafa, Samah, Dua.
Yes.
Yes, Dua is here. Okay. Okay, so we have Dua, Wafa. Everybody's here. Just talk together. Okay, we're talking about punctuation marks. Like, what are the 14 punctuation marks in English grammar? Okay, so try to talk together and form some ideas.
Apostrophe, comma.
Yeah, very good. Just brainstorm ideas together.
Colon.
Okay, Sana is asking for help. Okay, so they left you alone in the room. Okay. Okay, so Sana, you can go back to the main session. We'll discuss everything there, okay? Sana, can you hear me? Okay, so I'll just go back. Muted. Okay, sorry, I was muted. Okay. So do we have any ideas till the other people return? You can write your ideas in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and say them, whatever you like.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So what are the 14 English punctuation marks?
Exclamation mark.
Yay! Okay, good. This is one. What else?
Quotation
Full stop.
Okay,
Colon.
so we have quotation marks, full stops, colon. Okay.
Comments.
Brackets.
Okay, a comma.
Dash.
Semicolon. Nice.
Parentheses.
Apostrophe.
Nice, very good.
Hyphen. Hyphen.
Hyphen. Okay.
Add sign.
Brackets.
Brackets, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Semicolon.
Apostrophe.
Nice. Okay.
Dash. Comma.
Okay. Okay. Very nice idea.
Slash.
Colon, semicolon.
Slash also is fine. Okay, great. So now let's take a look. Those are the 14 famous ones in English writing. So take a look and tell me how many of them are not on your list.
Only the braces only.
Braces, yes.
Braces
Okay.
only.
So you got everything else.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Okay. Nice. Very good. Nice idea. Okay. So yes, I hope everybody's back by now. Okay. So now we'll be talking a bit more in detail about these ones. Of course, I will not focus on the first three as much as the others because they are pretty straightforward. Yes. Okay. So first, quickly, let's take a look at the period and the full stop. And the most famous use is in ideas.
At the end of the sentence.
Yes, exactly.
At the end of a sentence.
Very good. Sentence.
At the end of a sentence.
Yes, very nice. So it's a sentence ender. We just end the sentence. Okay. Any other usages? Any other ideas?
Yes, we use it for abbreviations, like after the word Mr. and Doctor.
Yeah, very good. Nice. Okay. Any other ideas?
We use it like as a kind of numbering. For example, like a period between numbers.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we use it for I don't think that we use this one for numbers. We will come to the numbers later. But this one is basically as a sentence ender and for some abbreviations like e.g. Mr., Mrs., John Jones Jr. Okay, so this is when we use a full stop. Okay, now looking at the question mark, and the only use for a question mark is
when we ask a question.
Thank you. When we ask a direct question.
Right.
Yes. When we basically ask a direct question, we use the question marks. Okay, and I don't think that there is any other usage for this one. Okay, what about this one? Exclamation point or exclamation mark.
To end
When
exclamation
someone is surprised.
Okay, so we use it to end the sentence, which is good. But why? Why do we use it instead of a period?
Just, I think, for instructions and feelings.
It's most probably for feelings. Yes, very nice. It shows emotions.
We use it at the end of exclamatory sentences.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. So, okay.
When we are not sure. When we are not sure about something.
And for some words like wow, Allah.
Emotions.
Okay. So I will mute everyone. Okay, so we can hear who's talking. And if you have any idea, just raise a hand or type in the chat box and I will give you the mic. Okay. Okay. Yes. So now we can all hear each other. If you have an idea, just type it in the chat box or raise a hand and I will give you the mic. Okay. So basically, we said it shows strong emotions, and it's normally used at the end of an exclamatory sentence. So, for example, congratulations. And in this one, it means excitement, that you're excited. Or when you say, oh no, it's a surprise. Okay. So this is basically the most common use for the exclamation mark. Okay. Now we move to the three sisters. The comma, the semicolon, and the colon. The difference between them is clear. Some of them overlap, but we'll try to make it as clear as possible. Okay, so first let's start with the comma. Any ideas? Anybody who would like to speak? If you'd like to speak, just raise a hand in the participants thing. Okay, so we have Mohamed Zakaria, so let's go. Mohammed.
Okay, so as I think that we use the comma to when someone wants to state more than one thing. For example, he went to the supermarket, so maybe he can say many items there, like cheese, comma, tomatoes, comma, and after that he will say the following item and so on.
So basically a list. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay. Yes, very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's take Farah. Okay. What else do you have in mind?
Yeah, to include the subordinate clauses.
Okay. Okay, good woman. Iman. Okay, what do you think?
When I join two sentences using some joining words, like whenever, whatever. Okay, we use commas. And when counting, when I count, I said I go to this plus this plus this. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Okay, great. So let's take a look here. So first, it's as most of you mentioned, we use it with subordinate clauses. Okay, something like this one. After the play, we went for dinner. Okay, normally it's also used after prepositional phrases, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in June, we put a comma. Okay, the second one is to separate items in a list, and most of you are familiar with this one. Peter found a marble, a button, and a piece of string, for example. The third one is if we're writing large numbers, or if we want to separate them, like I had $1,500, so we can use a comma between the first number and the others. Also, if we are addressing someone directly, okay, like thanks for all your help, Joan, so we use a comma. Sometimes also when we're ending with please, we might use a comma as well. It means and, yes, but we don't add and in the list, we just add all of them. Okay, and also we sometimes use it to separate two complete sentences. Like we went to the movies, comma, and then we went out to lunch. Okay, so in all of these cases, it's possible to use a comma. Okay. If you have a question or anything to add here, just type it in the chat box. It means that there is a completion. I don't think so. Yeah, if you are talking about the list, yes, there is a completion. Yes, good. Direct speech, yes, can also be used there. Okay, great. Now moving to the semicolon. And again, if you have an idea about the usage, just let me know, raise a hand, and I will let you speak. Commas with quotations, it's a little bit difficult. No, I don't think so. Quotation marks are used with quotations. Okay, any idea about the semicolon? Anyone? You don't have to be right, just guess. Okay. And yes, we need new people. Come on. Okay, so let's take Mohamed Farouk first.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The semicolon actually is used to in the middle of a compound sentence. It's like the femboys conjunctions. We use it to separate two simple sentences if they are similar, you know, or if they are related in some ways.
Okay, very good. Mohammed is also saying when we provide a reason, yes, I think, or evidence or explanation, I think this is one of the things also. Okay, great. So let's take a look. So first we use it to connect independent clauses. Okay, something like John was hurt. He knew. She only said it to upset him. So it's a separator, but between independent clauses. Also, we use it in place of a comma if we are speaking about a list within the list. Okay, like a list within a list. Something
but can
like
we
this
just
one.
use a comma to separate two simple sentences or two independent clauses? Can we just use a comma, or that's going to be a comma splice?
I think a semicolon is more accurate.
Yeah, so it's not accurate to just use a comma.
No, it might be lazy, but
yeah,
this one is more accurate. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So again, if we have a list within a list, like I plan to visit France, where I'll see the Eiffel Tower, England, so if we're doing something like this one, we use a semicolon and a comma for this one. Okay. And the third one we have today is the colon. Any ideas? So let's take Mohammed. You raised the hand.
Yes, sir. The colon is actually used to make a list. You know, for example, you have a list for shopping. Then you mention some stuff. So my shopping list includes. Then you put the colon. Then you know, for example, it includes cookies, tea, and sugar, for example. So before the list, you put the colons. I think so.
No, it can work. Yes. Any other ideas?
No, actually
okay,
not.
so let's take Mahmoud Ibrahim. Okay, somebody new. Where is Mahmoud Ibrahim? Yes, here he is.
Yes, so
Okay.
I believe we say it. Yes, I believe we say it if we're going to talk about kinds, like different kinds, or if I say someone said and I put this a colon, I
Okay.
believe.
Maybe. Okay. Any
maybe.
other ideas? Okay. So okay, let's take a look. So first, it's when we are introducing a quotation, not in the quotation, when we are introducing a quotation. Okay. Or an explanation, or an example, or a series of things. Like he was planning to study 4 subjects. Okay. He was planning to study 4 subjects: politics, philosophy, sociology, and economics. Also, we use it between independent clauses when the second explains the first. It's somehow similar to a semicolon in this one. Something like this one. I didn't have time to get changed. I was already late. So we can use a colon or a semicolon. Both of them give the same meaning. And the third use of it is for emphasis. If you are emphasizing something, then we use a colon. Something like this one. There was one thing she loved more than any other, her dog. So if we are using something like that, it's normally a colon. Okay. Now we come to the important part. Not the important part, basically. It's one of the important parts, but this one is really confusing. So first, I will ask you a question. What is the difference between a dash and a hyphen? If you know, just raise a hand. Okay, so let's take Zakaria if you have an idea. Anybody else, if you have an idea, just raise a hand.
Okay, so as I think the difference between dash and hyphen, maybe we can use hyphen to put it between the numbers in the date. For example, when I say the 8, then I will put hyphen. After that, I will say 8 after the hyphen. After that, I will say the year, like 1996. So here I use hyphen, maybe between the numbers when it comes to the dates.
Okay. Okay, so this is a difference in use. Okay, can we focus on the difference in shape? Like, what is the difference in shape between a dash and the hyphen?
Okay, so when it comes to the dash, maybe it's bigger, okay, than the hyphen, or it's richer than the hyphen.
Okay, very nice.
The hyphen is smaller.
The hyphen is smaller, yes. Now, basically, a hyphen in English, we use it for one basic thing, which is to form compound nouns, basically. Okay, something like part-time, back to school. This is the hyphen, and as you can see, it's a little bit shorter. Okay, now we come to the dash, and here comes my question. How many types of dashes do we have in English? Is it 1 type, 2, 3? What do you think? You can type in the chat. You can type the number in the chat. How many kinds do we have? Okay. Okay, some people are saying 2. Any other ideas? Okay. 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 So all of you agree on 2. Okay. Can you do you know the names? If you know the names of the 2 types, just type them in the chat box if you know. Okay, let me saying 3. Nice. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Sherif. It's in dash and m dash. Okay. And m and double. I have never seen the double dash before. Okay, Islam, can you write? Can you show it to me in the chat box? Okay. Now, basically we have 2 types. which is the in dash and the m dash. And as you can see, the in dash is a little bit shorter. The m dash is a little bit longer. Okay, this is if you're talking about the shape. Now, if we're talking about the use, the first one of them is the in dash, and it's normally used with a range or a connection or a differentiation, such as 1880 to 1945 or Princeton, New York trains. This is normally how we use an in dash. Also, it's used to connect a prefix with an open compound, something like post-World War II or ex-vice president. Now, my question is, I mentioned before, that a hyphen is used to form compound nouns. What is the difference between a compound noun and post-World War? Why don't we use a hyphen in this one? If you have any idea, just raise a hand. Or you can type it in the chat box if it's more comfortable. Yes, just think. Give yourself time to think. What is the difference between part-time and post-World War II? Why don't we use a dash instead of a hyphen or a hyphen instead of a dash? These are not compound nouns. Yes, thank you, Khalaf. Any other ideas? Okay, so basically, here we are using a dash because it links the prefix, which is post, with all the words, World War II, not just world. Okay, and this is the difference between the dash and the hyphen. The hyphen normally is linked to the word before it, like part-time. But in this one, X doesn't mean vice, it means the vice president, both words, not just one of them. Okay, so just be careful with this one. Okay, the second one is the M dash. And the first thing that we can use it with is to mark interruptions or something that we can remove from the sentence, like an addition or something. Some prefixes not connected. Yes, because you have like irrelevant, it's just one word. Okay, so some of them are one word, some of them are compound nouns. It depends. And okay, let's go again to the M dash. So something like this one. If we remove the words between the dashes, the meaning is still okay. It wasn't affected. So this is one of the uses. The second one is if you're writing a story, a short story or something, it can show a change in minds or a change in thoughts. Okay, something like this one. I thought I had time, more than enough time to catch the train. And again, if we remove the sentence between the dashes, it doesn't affect the meaning. Okay. Do you have a question here? A 2-year-old girl. Okay. Is this a dash or a hyphen? Okay. Nice question. What do you think, guys? A 2-year-old girl, just look at it in the chat box. What do you think? Should this be a dash or a hyphen? Okay. Someone is saying compound adjective, a hyphen, hyphen. Okay. Yeah, I think I agree. It's basically a hyphen, not a dash. Okay. Okay. Very nice answers, everyone. Good. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. So now moving on to the other three brothers, brackets, braces, and parentheses. Sorry. Okay. So the first one is the square brackets, these ones, and we normally use them to add more explanation or a missing item or anything. And again, if we remove them, it wouldn't affect the meaning that much. Okay. Something like this one. I appreciate it, i.e. the honor, but I must refuse. So we added an explanation or a clarification, but basically if we removed it, it wouldn't make a difference. The other one, which are the braces, and those are normally technical a little bit. You will mainly see them in programming or mathematical equations and so on. Not very common in writing. Another one which is common are the parentheses, and sometimes we use it to interrupt a sentence or within a sentence, like the dashes. Like Jimmy, who we all know is smart, said he should or we should keep searching, something like this one. Or we can use it to enumerate or to add numbers within a sentence to list some items, like this one at the end. All applicants must submit 1, a cover letter, 2, a resume, and so on. So those are some of the uses, or the 2 uses basically for parentheses, interrupted sentences, and enumeration. Okay, and we finally come to the last 3 items, the apostrophe, quotation marks, and ellipses. Okay, of course, we'll start with the apostrophe. And I need you to give me examples. Anybody who has any examples when to use an apostrophe, just raise a hand. Okay, so let's take Farah. Okay, Farah, you have the mic.
Yes, in abbreviation, like when we say, instead of saying it is, we're saying it is. Same thing with and not, say can.
Okay, nice. Any other ideas? So
And
we have
also,
contractions.
Yeah, and also for like for example, when I say my shoes or her shoes, I can say like shoes and then add apostrophe at the end after the S.
Okay, so it's basically a possessive.
That show that this item belongs to this person.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much. So the first thing is contractions, as you mentioned in the chat box, and Farah mentioned it as well. Okay, something like I've seen, she wasn't, isn't, aren't, all of these are the contractions we use. Also possessive cases like Sarah's dog, Ahmed's pen, whatever. And we sometimes use it as, if we're speaking about the plural of letters, like all your sentences end with A, with the letter A. So if we would like to make it plural, we add an apostrophe. Okay, so this is for the apostrophe. Now for the quotation marks, and as you all know, it's used for quotations. If you are quoting someone's words exactly, so don't go outside, she said. However, we have another thing, which is a quotation within a quotation. And in this one, we normally use, for the bigger quotation, we use the 2 inverted commas here. And for the quotation inside, we use only 1. So just be careful with this one. So if you would like to add a quotation within a quotation, the bigger one takes the 2 inverted commas, and the second one takes 1 inverted comma. The apostrophe after decades in the 80s. Yeah, it's basically when we're pluralizing or when we're speaking about the 80s, we normally add it, yes. Okay, very nice ideas, everyone. Okay, so I will go back to the apostrophe for the last one. Okay. So again, the last one is maybe, let's imagine that you're talking to a student and you're asking him or her that all the sentences should end with A, with the letter A. So if you would like to make a plural form from A, we say all your sentences end with A. Okay, it's the plural of the letter A. Okay, I hope it's clear now. Quotation within a quotation, is it common? It is used. I can't say if it's common or not common. It can be used when you are talking about 2 people or something. So it is used, yes. Okay. And finally, we come to ellipses. And basically, ellipsis means to omit or remove some words or letters from a sentence or a quotation or anything to save space. Something like this one, she began to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 dots until she got to 10. This is one example. Okay, thank you, Dua. And also we can use it within a quotation instead of writing the full quotation. So we use the 3 dots. Sometimes they are asterisks, so you can use any of them. Okay, so those are basically 2 cases in which we use ellipses. So any questions, anyone? If you have a question, just raise a hand, or you can type it in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so no questions. Okay. Oh, okay, someone has a question. Okay, good. Mohammed.
Yes, it's me. So I
Okay.
just have one question. Do you going
Sure.
to deliver any sessions
Again,
writing?
I can't hear you.
Okay, so are you applying to deliver sessions or courses or upcoming courses specifically about writing, just to enhance the writing in general in the near
Are you asking
future?
about the course?
Yes.
The writing course is basically focusing on how do we describe it shortly? It improves your writing and basically it helps you write different genres, and it focuses on the grammar, vocabulary, writing skills, all of these things. And yes,
I got it.
the session will be on YouTube. Yes, thank you, Sam. Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Mohammed. Okay, Farah. Okay, I'll give you the mic if you have a question. Thank
Yes,
you, Maha.
that's my question about the last point. Using the 3 periods and 3 asterisks, is it the same, like equally
Yes,
used?
some people use it like this, some people use it with the dots, so it's up to you.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, but the most common one is the dots. Okay, any other questions? Is there a practical way to check students' work when submitted on Google Docs? Okay. Okay, thank you, Rehan. Now, if you are talking about, okay, Wafa, I will be coming to you after I answer this question. If you are talking about Google Docs, yes, there is a way to check students' writing, and you can mark it on the same way while they are writing. You can highlight, you can add comments. If you have a big number, it will be a little bit difficult, but you can still do it if you have the time. I hope I answered the question. Okay. Wafa, so if you still have a question, just let me know. Okay, so yes, here we go.
I want to ask about is there any Zoom meeting comes next days about writing, writing?
It's a nice question. So let me ask you a question. What would you like to focus on if we have coming videos? So just type in the chat box, anyone, if you have an idea, anything that you would like us to focus on regarding academic writing, just type it in the chat box. And then we will try our best to cover most of the points. Organizing ideas, okay. There are, or there is a series that we have created, and we will be uploading it to Facebook. It's about academic writing, and you will find organizing ideas, brainstorming, and so on. How to write an academic essay? Okay. Ali, what do you mean by articles? You mean different types? How to write an essay, descriptive or perceptive in writing? Okay. Okay, but I have to tell you that how to write an essay, it's a very, very general topic. Okay. Academic writing, again, thank you, Tahir, but what do you need exactly in academic writing? What area would you like us to focus on? Types of essays. Okay, this one is okay. We can focus on types of essays in an upcoming video or session. Okay, perceptive or descriptive in academic writing. Okay, do you mean the difference? I think yes, we can focus on this one as well. Yeah. What to use? It depends, but normally I think it depends on the piece you have to write. Common grammatical errors. Okay, sure. Okay. Okay, guys, just if you have any more ideas, leave them in the chat box. Okay. Well, thank you, Fuz. We aim to please. Thank you, Ahmed. Okay, guys. So thank you all so much for being here today. It was enjoyable having you. Parts of the essay in IELTS. Okay. Okay, Samar, what's your question? The slide of brackets. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Lamia. To tell what to use in writing. Okay, Tahir, I will try to find you a link. Sure. Yes, I'll try to find it. Samar, I'm still waiting for your question. You're welcome. Okay.